My name is Benson Boone. I'm 18 years old, and I'm from Monroe, Washington.
Something just ain't right about that. At the same time, it doesn't quite feel real to me.
Benson Boone once had a chance to shine on American Idol, but right before the important broadcast round, he unexpectedly withdrew. No one knew the real reason. No one understood why such a promising contestant would turn down a life-changing opportunity. Then, he appeared somewhere else in a short video. Within a few months, Benson not only returned but also dominated the Billboard chart, stepped onto the Coachella stage, and became known to the entire world. What really happened? This is the story of Benson Boone's surprising journey that we will reveal in detail in this video. Benson James Boone was born on June 25, 2002 in Monroe, Washington, a small town with a population of less than 20,000 people. He is the second child in a family of 5 siblings, including 4 sisters and himself. Boone's parents, Nate and Carrie, both worked in local business with no one pursuing professional art. Boone's teenage life was tied to sports activities, especially swimming and diving. Throughout his years at Monroe High School, he was a standout member of the diving team and won many medals at the regional level. Music at that time was just a faint interest, not seen as a serious direction. The turning point came during his senior year, when a close friend was unable to participate in the school talent show at the last minute. Boone volunteered to sing in his place, and that was the first time he stood on stage with a piano. Fights were over whose songs were bigger. That unexpected performance made a strong impression, received long applause, and hinted at potential he himself had never thought of. From then on, he began teaching himself music via YouTube, recording simple cover songs on his phone, and sharing them on social media. After graduating from high school in 2020, Boone attended Brigham Young University, Idaho, majoring in graphic design. Still, after just one semester, he decided to defer his studies to focus on his passion for music. During this time, he began posting singing videos on TikTok. With a bright appearance, powerful voice, and approachable style, Boone quickly attracted over 1 million followers within just a few months. This rapid growth on social media led him to the first gateway into professional entertainment. In 2021, Boone auditioned for season 19 of American Idol and passed the preliminary round smoothly. The judges rated him as a promising candidate, and Katy Perry even praised him as a star born to do this. Boone advanced to the Hollywood round and secured a spot in the top 24, the stage where contestants' performances began airing on television. Then something no one expected happened. Right before the recorded episodes were broadcast, Boone voluntarily withdrew from the competition. There was no official statement from the organizers, and no reason was announced on television. That unusual silence sparked audience curiosity, and many speculations emerged. Some believed he faced psychological pressure. Others said there were backstage conflicts. Later, in a personal interview at the end of 2021, Boone explained. He shared that he was very grateful for the American Idol experience, but realized it was not the right path. Boone said he wanted full creative control and to develop his career in his own way without being bound by the procedures and expectations of a reality TV show. I felt I needed a freer path where music is created from real emotions, not from a competition. He said the decision was not easy, but for Boone, it was necessary to preserve his identity and artistic vision. The story of giving up a rare opportunity on a famous show to follow his inner voice helped Boone leave a strong impression on young audiences, those who are also seeking identity in a world full of choices. And while many still regret not seeing him shine on the American Idol stage, Benson Boone had already begun preparing a different strategy, a solo journey unlike any other, a song that sparked a major breakthrough. After leaving American Idol, Benson Boone did not appear on any television platforms for a while. Instead, he returned to social media, the place that had once brought his name closer to young audiences. TikTok became the biggest weapon he used to build a loyal fan community. Rather than following the usual viral formula, Boone and his manager Jeff Burns implemented a different strategy, uploading a series of videos in the same period, each showcasing a different segment of the song interspersed with sincere monologues about life, personal beliefs, and music. In mid-2021, Boone drew major attention thanks to a series of videos featuring an unreleased song titled Ghost Town. The simple clips filmed in his room with natural lighting, created a powerful viral effect. The growing interest led to a crucial turning point. Boone signed a record deal with Night Street Records, a company owned by Dan Reynolds, lead vocalist of Imagine Dragons, in partnership with Warner Records. This marked his transition from a social media artist to a true professional music environment. On October 15, 2021, Ghost Town officially launched on global streaming platforms. The song quickly climbed the charts in 16 countries, including Norway, Australia, and Ireland. In the U.S., while it did not reach the top 10 on Billboard, Ghost Town still received attention from music critics and mainstream media. Following its initial success, Boone was invited to perform on major television shows such as The Ellen DeGeneres Show, The Kelly Clarkson Show, and Late Night with Seth Meyers. These appearances further in the stars solidified his position in the mainstream music industry. While many young artists try to build a rebellious image or attract attention through controversy, Boone chose to maintain a polished presence and focus on product quality. By April 2022, he released his second single, In the Stars. Although it did not rank high in the U.S. market, this song became a major hit in Europe and Asia, especially loved in Germany and the Philippines. Notably, Boone began to be recognized as one of the most prominent emerging faces in the emotional pop genre, setting himself apart from the trending EDM or hip-hop scenes. Benson Boone's rise to fame in the 2021 to 2022 period was not based on astronomical chart numbers. What mattered was that he proved he could survive and grow without the backing of a game show, without relying on media gimmicks. He defined himself through his music, his persistence, and his way of connecting directly with listeners. From there, a solid foundation was built, a foundation that would allow him to enter a true breakout phase in Beautiful Things, 2024. The touch that reached Billboard's peak. On January 18, 2024, Benson Boone released the single Beautiful Things, the song that marked the moment his career exploded on a global scale. In less than a week, the song entered the top 10 of the Billboard Hot 100 chart and quickly climbed to number 2, the highest position in his career at that point. Beyond the U.S. market, Beautiful Things topped the charts in more than 19 countries, including the United Kingdom, Australia, Canada, Ireland, Norway, and New Zealand. The success of Beautiful Things was not a fleeting phenomenon. The song was praised by critics as a deeply emotional pop ballad with minimalist orchestration, a structure that builds through emotion, and a climax handled with precision. Its lyrics explored the feeling of gratitude intertwined with the fear of losing precious things, a relatable theme that few young artists manage to express successfully. The balance between genuine emotion and refined musical technique helped Beautiful Things break free from the TikTok mold and gain widespread recognition in the international music scene. On YouTube, the official music video for Beautiful Things hit 100 million views just 6 weeks after release, and by the end of the first quarter of 2025, that number had surpassed 597 million views. The video was filmed in a cinematic style with neutral tones, shot across various natural locations in California. The director of the music video, Aaron Moreno, had previously worked with Billie Eilish and Phineas, helping craft visuals that matched the introspective message of the song. Alongside social media traction, Beautiful Things also aired frequently on radio, television, and major music festivals. Boone received invitations to perform at numerous international events, most notably appearing at the 2025 Grammy Awards as both performer and a nominee for Best New Artist. Although he did not win, U.S. media still regarded him as the artist with the most emotional performance of the night. Immediately following the success of the single, Boone released his debut studio album Fireworks and Rollerblades in April 2024. The album included 12 tracks with standout songs like Slow It Down, Pretty Slowly, Cry, and the lead hit Beautiful Things. The project received positive reviews from reputable music outlets such as Rolling Stone, Pitchfork, and Billboard. Critics described it as deeply personal and accessible, helping. Boone moved beyond the shadow of being a social media phenomenon to become a true artist. Notably, after the album's release, Boone did not rush to put out more material, but instead focused on preparing for a global tour. Meanwhile, other tracks on the album like Slow It Down continued charting on the Billboard Hot 100, number 32, while Pretty Slowly reached number 86. This reflected the sustained impact that Beautiful Things had, keeping public interest alive throughout 2024. Beyond musical achievements, Boone was continuously recognized at international award ceremonies. At the 2024 MTV Video Music Awards, he won the award for Best Alternative Video. In Europe, Boone received the International Revelation and Song Awards at the NRJ Music Awards and was named Best New Artist and Best Song at the Lost 40 Music Awards. These are accolades typically reserved for top-tier pop artists, highlighting Boone's cross-border influence. By the end of 2024, Boone had become one of the most searched names on Spotify and Apple Music. He was featured in the top 10 global breakout artists list compiled by YouTube Music and ranked among the fastest-growing artists in follower count on the platform. In addition to his success in emotional pop, Boone also earned nominations in alternative music categories, reflecting the diversity in the musical styles he is pursuing. From a simple song that started on TikTok, Beautiful Things became the bridge that connected Benson Boone to the global music market. More importantly, it marked a clear milestone in his artistic maturity, strategy, and personal identity. After this song, Boone was no longer a phenomenon. He officially became a pop artist with real standing. And it is safe to say that in 2025, even more explosive milestones await him. Distinctive choices. In April 2025, Young American Heart, Benson Boone appeared on the stage of Coachella, one of the biggest music festivals in the United States, gathering hundreds of artists from around the world. This was not just a regular performance, but the first live debut of songs from his upcoming album American. Hard at the event, Benson performed the title track Young American Heart with a minimalist stage setup featuring only background lighting and a piano. The most surprising highlight came when Brian May, the legendary guitarist of Queen, appeared on stage to join Boone in performing a rearranged version of Bohemian Rhapsody. This collaboration had not been announced in advance, catching the audience off guard and drawing immediate coverage from international media. The public response afterward, though, was mixed. Some felt Boone's voice did not quite align with the spirit of the original, while others praised the effort to reimagine a classic masterpiece in a modern way, especially when carried out by a young artist. In a post-event interview, Boone did not avoid the feedback. He openly shared that working with Brian May was a special and symbolic experience, but also a major lesson in managing public expectations. He emphasized that every American Heart artist has a different perspective on music, and that the most important thing is to remain honest with one's own feelings in every performance. His calm response demonstrated that Boone is gradually shaping himself not just as a singer with hit songs, but as an artist with a clear point of view. At Coachella, he also officially announced his second studio album, American Heart, set to release on June 20th, 2025. This album marks a shift in both musical style and artistic message. Unlike the introspective ballad pop tone of Beautiful Things, the songs in American Heart explore broader themes, including youth, American cultural identity, uncertainties about ideals, and the clash between reality and expectations. In an interview with Rolling Stone in March, Boone said he spent nearly 9 months completing the album with recording sessions taking place from Los Angeles to Nashville. Appearance Benson Boone's image during this period also began to shift noticeably. He turned down market-driven requests, such as taking his shirt off during performances, a tactic suggested by some tour organizers. In a recent interview with Lost 40, he stated clearly, "I don't want my physique to be the main driver of my career. I want music to be the only thing that keeps the audience staying." This was the second time in 2025 that he publicly rejected building his image around appearance, a stance uncommon in the entertainment industry, but widely supported by young audiences. Boone also maintains a lifestyle that sets him apart from many of his contemporaries. He does not drink alcohol, does not use stimulants, once tried coffee but gave it up due to the taste. In various interviews, he has shared that he has an addictive personality and always avoids things that could lead to dependency. Personal life maintaining health is his top priority during extended tours, and he regularly uses strawberry vanilla protein shakes to stay energized. These seemingly small details contribute to the image of a professional, serious artist with strong self-discipline. In his personal life, Boone is in a relationship with Maggie Thurman, a podcaster and well-known content creator on TikTok. The couple went public with their relationship in early 2024, but have kept things private. In 2025, they made few joint public appearances, only confirming their relationship through media interviews. This discreet approach reflects Boone's long-term vision, not using his personal life to attract attention, allowing music to remain the core focus. By the end of the Coachella season, Boone had made a strong impression not only through his emotional performance, but also by demonstrating maturity in managing his fame. Every decision he made, from choosing collaborators, rejecting market trends, to safeguarding his private life, clearly reflected a thoughtful, independent philosophy in his craft. This also served as a final stepping stone before the release of his new album and the continued expansion of his global tour. Benson, and an impressive journey entering 2025, Benson Boone was no longer a newcomer in the music industry. With the momentum from Beautiful Things and the growing attention toward his upcoming album American Heart, he officially joined the ranks of young artists with global influence. This was clearly reflected in the dense touring schedule that stretched from early to late 2025 as part of the Fireworks and Rollerblades World Tour. This tour brought Benson to dozens of major cities across North America, Europe, and Australia. Notable stops included the American Family Insurance Amphitheater in Milwaukee, July 3rd, Mad Cool Festival in Madrid, July 11th, La Palua Berlin, July 12th, and Bourbon and Beyond Festival in Kentucky, September 11th. All shows reported sold-out status, with many dates selling out within hours of official release. This demonstrated that Benson's appeal extended beyond digital platforms and was firmly established on the live stage. During his performances, Benson continued to maintain an honest presentation style, focusing on vocals and high-quality arrangements. He did not incorporate backup dancers or use gimmicks to attract attention. Instead, the highlight of each night was his ability to emotionally connect with the audience. From the silent pauses between verses to the simple, genuine interactions between the stage and the crowd, audiences across various countries singing every line of Beautiful Things or Ghost Town became clear evidence of his real impact. Another major milestone in 2025 was Benson being honored at the BMI Pop Awards with the Champion Award, a title given to artists who have made significant contributions to popular music. This is not a common award for new artists, showing the industry's long-term recognition of Boone. He was also nominated at the Brit Awards for International Artist of the Year and at Australia's APA Awards for Most Played International Work. Unsurprisingly, the early reviews leading up to the release of American Heart indicated a high level of interest from both critics and fans. International media described Benson as a rare young artist who balances commercial success with artistic depth. Maintaining the quality of his work amid a packed touring calendar was one factor that set him apart from many peers. Still, the most notable aspect of his journey was not the awards or revenue. What stood out was that Benson had shaped a distinct professional path without relying on traditional support systems such as talent shows, entertainment media networks, or image-building formulas. Since the moment he left American Idol, he had committed to a self-directed career, writing his own songs, managing his image, selecting projects, and preserving his principles in the face of market pressure. Many young artists have fallen into media traps, lost control, or relied on controversy to remain in the spotlight. But Benson chose a different path, slower, more deliberate, and with less noise. His silence on private matters, refusal to use his romantic relationship for content, and the way he addressed the debate surrounding his Coachella performance all pointed to a clear direction, creating art on his own terms, not chasing fleeting trends. Benson Boone's journey has not been an easy road. He once faced out after stepping away from American Idol, was labeled just a TikTok artist, and had to prove himself in a fiercely competitive music industry. But what he has achieved, from prestigious awards to a loyal fan base, has answered all those doubts. At this point, Boone is not just a creator of a hit song. He is proof that an artist can succeed without sacrificing identity. It is the story of a young man who once said no to the spotlight of television only to write his own path, one built on determination and resilience. What do you think about Benson Boone's journey? Leave a comment to share your thoughts after watching this video. Don't forget to subscribe and turn on notifications to catch the latest updates.